Hey everyone, this is Dr. Cullen, and I am making you a video to talk to you about what assignment is still going to be due for next week. Remember, it's a snow day, not a snow week, and so it's important that we don't get too far behind. And so one of the things we were going to learn about this week was using both an app and a website called Book Creator. And so how you find Book Creator is just go to Google, look for Book Creator. Whoa, Book Creator. And it will take you to the website. It actually has a space in it. So this goes to the Book Creator website. Now, Book Creator is both an app and a website. If you download the free version of the Book Creator app, you can make one book and only one book. If you, and I think to pay for it, it's like $5.99 or $6.99, and honestly worth every penny, especially if you're elementary or early childhood. However, this has also been designed to work on a Chromebook. And so you can go on the Chrome browser and use bookcreator.com in order to create books online and download them in the same way. So this tutorial is just going to go through how to create a book, and then I'll make one other short video that goes over your assignment. So Book Creator, when you get here, I'm going to go to the website. Oh, by the way, the website and the app look exactly the same. And so you can use either is fine. But I want you to realize that the skill that you're learning here, maybe using an iPad, is also a skill that you can use on your Chromebooks if you were in a school that was Google. So I'm going to click sign in, and it took me to my directory. I'd like you to sign up for a teacher account. A teacher account allows you to make 40 books, and that will allow students to, you can make like a collection and have all the students in your class create a book, and you can sign up as a teacher. So now I'm going to click under new book, and I'm going to create a new book, and you get a choice of shapes. So you can do portrait, square, landscape, or these comic book templates. I always choose the comic book templates because if you don't choose them, then you don't get the kind of the fun fonts and the POWs and stuff that you'll see in a minute. And it's kind of like a rhombus and square, in that if you choose the comic book template, all that stuff is available. But if you choose just the plain square template, it isn't available and you can't go back to it. Why does the shape matter? So one thing that's cool about Book Creator books is that if you had students working together to create a project and you wanted them to compare and to group together, like, you're doing chapter 1, I'm doing chapter 2, a little divide and conquer, as long as they are the same shape, you can combine them together. And so if you were making an assignment, it would be smart to tell your students, make sure that everything's the square shape or whatever. So if you wanted to combine them together, you could. I'm going to go ahead and grab the square shape. And I want to show you, this is what it looks like. It'll take you back to your books. If you click on pages, it'll let you change the order. So right now I have cover, a body page, and an end page. If you go over here, just like most apps, this allows you to add an item. This allows you to find out information about an item. So if I hit plus right here, and let's say I want to add a picture, I'll go ahead and I'll say that I want to import a picture. And I can just go to like a file, and here's a file that is a reminder about the Humphreys lecture that you can attend in order to get extra credit. And so that just inserts the picture. Remember that when you're working on the online version, it's going to the cloud. So when you're uploading things, that can be a little bit different. And so if I want to add text, what I can do is just click over to media, choose text, and I can say, my book. That's an exciting title. And so I write the word my book, but you're like, gosh, that's kind of boring. So I'm going to go over here and when I have it selected, go to the I. I'm going to pick a different font. Oh gosh, I'll pick Short Stack, which is almost a Comic Sans. And then it's not very big. And so I'm going to just choose the slider, make it bigger. And I don't like black, so let me use purple. I like purple. And so there you go. So there's my cover right now. Just like with anything else, you can click on it. You can resize something once you're selected. If you hit on the I button, it'll tell you what you can do to it. So like you could put alternative text. I'll say add advertisement for the lecture, which is good for accessibility. And then I can also change the page. I can put like a background image, so for some reason I can put clouds. I'm not sure why I want to put clouds, but whatever. One thing to remember while your students are working they might have a lot of fun changing all of these things, but when you're creating things, you want to kind of pick a theme and kind of go with it, because otherwise some of the other kinds of things that you change, like if every page has a different border on it, it'll seem inconsistent, and it'll also be distracting for some of your students that maybe have some exceptionalities. So there's my cover. I go to the next page, and again, I can apply a background. So if I just go here to the eye for this page, I can say, yes, this was my recent background. I'm going to use this same page. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some other media. For example, I want to go ahead and record my voice. So I click Start Recording. I really hope all of you will be willing to go to the Humphreys lecture and use that for your professional development. And they'll let you play it. I really hope all of you will be willing to go to the Humphreys lecture and use that for your professional development. And so I'll use that recording. And since it's in the comic book sense, it gives me this little comic book bubble. The other thing is that I can say that I want to make a video. Now, if I go to camera, it'll say, do I want to take a picture or record a video? As I'm recording this, it might act a little weird, but I can either take a picture or I can record a video. And I can say, I hope you all will go to the Humphreys lecture. It's a very good time, and the Humphreys family are great supporters of our college. And so I'm going to click use that video, and it will automatically put it in. Like, just think about this. This is in the cloud. Think about how fast this is. One of the things I wanted to note to you is if you get too close to the edge, it'll turn red because it's saying, no, you got to have it a little bit more centered. And you can click and resize the video as much as you want. And again, if I have it highlighted, I can hit on the eye, and I can see if there's anything that I want to do. I can send it back and forward and those sorts of things. So then also, if I wanted to give my video a thought bubble, I don't know what that would be. I can move my video down a little bit. And maybe I want that thought bubble to occur behind my video, not coming over the top. What I can do is I can go to the eye, and then I can say send to back. But nope, this is send to back. So now it's behind. And so then here I can say, I can click on it and I can say, go to the lecture, right? And so I can add that in as well. So I've added sound, I've added video. On the next slide, I want to show you some other things you can add. Again, we want to try for consistent message. So if I hit I can use that same border I was using, that little polka dot border. And one of the other things that I can add is I can add media. So if I go under import and I go under import, I can go to maps. And so I'm going to type in the address of the College of Ed, 820 Van Vliet Oval, Norman, Oklahoma. And here's the University of Oklahoma. So there's the Gaylords, there's Headington College. Let's see, Gaylord Family Stadium, ROTC, Price Hall. Why am I having such a hard time finding our college? Copeland Hall, Dale Hall. Here we go, Janine Rainbow College of Education. So I can zoom in. And then what I can do is I can actually switch it over to satellite view. There we go. There's our College of Education. And once I find what I want, I can choose select. And now I'm putting in a map. Now you might say, okay, so I have that picture now. Maybe I want to annotate it. I want to put something on it. So now here's where it's a little tricky using a computer, because I can go to the pen tool. If I was using an iPad, this would be easier. But I'm going to go and pick this pencil tool. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to change the color, maybe make it yellow. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, using my trackpad, which is not great, I'm going to draw a beautiful circle around it and then hit done. And so now I have a circle around the Janine Rainbow College of Education. So I could circle a picture, do something on it. But let me show you the really cool one. Let me use the pen tool again. If I click under media again and I go to the pen tool, I'm going to change the color again. I'm going to choose like a purple. And then when I click on the pen tool right here, I'm going to pick auto pen. And so let's see, I'm going to draw, whoa, try that again. I'm going to use the auto pen and I'm going to draw this. And it says, did you mean to draw a crown? Did you mean to draw a fish? I don't know where fish came from. I was hoping for a mountain. Hey, here's my mountains. So I'm going to click there and it will automatically change it into an icon from the noun project, which is mountains. And so when you're doing your project with the story cubes, you may want to use some small objects. So again, how I did that is I went ahead over to plus, I went to media, I did pen, I changed my color to the color I wanted. Then I went to pen type and I used magic pen. And then I did my best to kind of draw what it was. And here it's giving me the option of the sun and the moon and the stars. Hey, and kind of like a toilet seat and a ring and an onion and a potato and an apple. Let's use the apple. That's kind of cute. Apple for the teacher. And so you can kind of estimate it and you can, so that's actually a really good way that especially if you're drawing on a trackpad, and then you'll just exit out of that, hit done, and then your image will be added. So one thing to know about Book Creator is it doesn't have continuous text. So if you want to add text, like you want to have a story, you need to kind of plan out what's going to be there. So like, for example, text for my story is here. And as I continue to type, I'm going to have to kind of plan out how much text I want. When you're planning out your book, think about how big you want your text to be and be consistent on each page and leave a lot of white space between different things so it's easy to do. In addition, if you're including pictures that you found on the web, make sure to have a page of citations at the end so that you properly give credit. When you're all done, you're going to go over to My Books. The first thing that you're going to do is, this is a pet peeve of mine, you're going to give the book a name. So the book is going to be Dr. Cullen Book. And then what you can do is there's a couple different things that you can do. You can click share. You can download it as an ebook, and that will be able to be read on your computer. So if I just double click that, you'll see it'll open in iBooks, and here's my book and my audio plays. I really hope all of you will be, okay? And everything is all right there. So that's pretty easy to download as an ebook. The other thing that you can do though is you can say publish online. And it just says, is it okay to publish online? Sure, publish the book. And now it automatically publishes it. And I can read it online or I can stop publishing. So I'm going to click read online. And then this link right here is a link that I can turn in my book. The coolest thing about it is it'll do read to me.
Advertisements for the lecture, my book.
Now, you might say, wow, that person does not sound good. What you need to do is go to your settings, up the speed a little because it reads it really slow. And now hit read to me again. I really hope all of you will be willing to go to the Humphreys lecture and use that for your professional development.
Go to the lecture.
And I can say, I hope you all will go. Okay. So you can see how that all works. So that's the basics of Book Creator. And now I'm going to do another video that's about how to do the assignment, so that we'll talk specifically about the assignment.